Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to challenge the way we think about kindness. Often we are taught to be kind, to be gentle, and to avoid conflict at all costs. But what if I told you that there are moments when kindness can hold us back? Kindness is often celebrated as a noble trait, one that we are taught from a young age. However, this societal emphasis can lead to a significant misinterpretation of what it truly means to be kind. At its core, kindness should not equate to weakness or submissiveness. Many people mistakenly believe that being kind requires them to always prioritize others' feelings above their own, which can create an unhealthy dynamic in relationships. To clarify, kindness should be about understanding and compassion, not a means of appeasing others. When we engage in acts of kindness, we should ask ourselves if we are doing so out of genuine care or out of fear of conflict or rejection. Moreover, this misinterpretation can lead to the concept of people-pleasing, where individuals go to great lengths to make others happy, often at their own expense. For example, someone might agree to take on additional work responsibilities or attend social events they have no interest in simply to avoid disappointing others. This can lead to feelings of resentment and exhaustion, undermining one's own mental and emotional well-being. Additionally, being overly kind can prevent us from asserting ourselves in situations that require clarity and honesty. For instance, if a friend continuously makes hurtful jokes and we remain silent to keep the peace, we are not being kind to ourselves or to our friend. In such cases, a kind response might actually involve confronting the behavior and expressing how it affects us, which requires courage and assertiveness, rather than mere compliance. Ultimately, kindness should not be conflated with passivity. Understanding the difference empowers us to engage in acts of kindness that are constructive rather than detrimental, allowing us to foster relationships that are based on mutual respect rather than obligation. Recognizing this distinction is essential for personal growth and for nurturing healthy, honest connections with others. Setting boundaries is a critical aspect of maintaining healthy relationships and ensuring personal well-being. Boundaries are the limits we establish regarding what is acceptable and what is not in our interactions with others. They serve as guidelines that define how we want to be treated and how we treat others in return. One of the most common challenges individuals face is the fear of rejection or conflict, which can lead to a reluctance to set boundaries. However, it's essential to recognize that boundaries are not barriers that push people away. Instead, they are protective measures that enable us to engage in relationships more effectively. Healthy boundaries can promote respect and understanding among individuals, allowing for open communication without the fear of overstepping. For example, consider a workplace scenario where one employee consistently asks another to take on their extra tasks. If the latter does not set a boundary, they may become overwhelmed and resentful. By clearly communicating that they have their own responsibilities and cannot take on additional work, the individual not only protects their own time and energy, but also fosters a culture of accountability within the team. Moreover, setting boundaries helps prevent emotional exhaustion. When we allow others to dictate how we should feel or what we should do, we risk losing our sense of self. For instance, if someone is always available for others' needs, they might neglect their own health, relationships, and personal goals. Establishing boundaries, such as saying no when necessary or limiting time spent with toxic individuals, empowers us to prioritize our well-being. Additionally, boundaries can vary significantly from one person to another, and understanding these differences is crucial. Each individual has their own comfort levels, which are shaped by their experiences, values, and personal history. Effective communication is key here. Openly discussing boundaries with others can prevent misunderstandings and foster respect. It's important to remember that while setting boundaries can be uncomfortable, especially at first, it is a skill that can be developed over time. Practicing assertiveness and expressing our limits can lead to stronger, healthier relationships. Whether in personal relationships, friendships, or professional environments, boundaries allow us to cultivate connections that are based on mutual respect, understanding, and care. Ultimately, setting boundaries is an essential practice for self-care. It enables us to engage with others in a way that honors our own needs while maintaining the integrity of our relationships. When we respect our own boundaries, we also teach others to respect them, creating an environment where kindness and assertiveness coexist harmoniously. Blind kindness refers to acts of kindness that are performed without consideration of the consequences or the context in which they occur. While the intention behind kindness is often positive, acting without discernment can lead to enabling negative behaviors and perpetuating harmful dynamics. One significant danger of blind kindness is that it can create an environment where unacceptable behavior goes unchallenged. For example, if someone consistently engages in disruptive behavior such as making hurtful comments or failing to uphold commitments, and those around them continue to be kind by overlooking these actions, the individual may never realize the need for change. This lack of accountability can reinforce negative behavior patterns, allowing them to fester and grow. In relationships, blind kindness can also lead to imbalances in power dynamics. For instance, if one person consistently sacrifices their needs to accommodate another, it can create an unhealthy dependency. The individual who receives the constant kindness may become complacent, expecting their needs to be met without reciprocating or recognizing the efforts of others. This can lead to resentment and frustration, eroding the foundation of the relationship over time. Moreover, blind kindness can hinder personal growth, both for the giver and the receiver. When we engage in acts of kindness that do not challenge or address problematic behavior, we rob individuals of the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and develop resilience. For example, if a friend repeatedly makes poor life choices and we always bail them out without addressing their decisions, we are not helping them grow, we are merely prolonging their struggles. It's also important to consider the emotional toll that blind kindness can take on the giver. Continuously putting others' needs ahead of our own can lead to burnout, stress, and a sense of being unappreciated. When kindness is offered without regard for our own well-being, we may find ourselves feeling drained and resentful rather than fulfilled. This can create a vicious cycle where we feel obligated to continue being kind, even at the expense of our own mental health. Furthermore, blind kindness can sometimes perpetuate stereotypes and discrimination. For example, if someone tries to be overly kind to a marginalized group by making assumptions about their needs or capabilities, it can come across as patronizing rather than empowering. This type of misguided kindness can inadvertently reinforce existing power structures rather than promote equality and understanding. To counteract the dangers of blind kindness, it's crucial to cultivate awareness and discernment in our interactions with others. This involves actively reflecting on the motivations behind our actions and considering the potential impact on those we seek to help. By embracing a more balanced approach to kindness, we can promote accountability, empower others to grow, and foster healthier relationships. Ultimately, the goal should be to engage in kindness that uplifts and supports others, while also respecting our own needs and the dynamics of the relationship. By doing so, we ensure that our acts of kindness are genuinely beneficial, rather than inadvertently perpetuating negativity or dysfunction. In our efforts to be kind, we often find ourselves walking a tightrope between compassion and truthfulness. While kindness is essential in maintaining harmony in relationships, there are moments when honesty must take precedence. Choosing honesty over blind kindness fosters authentic connections and promotes personal growth for both parties involved. At its core, honesty involves expressing our true thoughts and feelings, even when they may be uncomfortable. This is particularly important in relationships where transparency can lead to deeper understanding and trust. For instance, if a friend consistently engages in behavior that is hurtful, such as being overly critical or dismissive, a kind response might seem to be to remain silent to avoid conflict. However, this approach can ultimately harm the friendship by allowing negative patterns to continue unchecked. When we choose honesty, we open the door to meaningful conversations. While it may feel easier to avoid confrontation, addressing issues directly fosters an environment where both individuals feel safe to express their thoughts. This not only strengthens the bond between friends, but also cultivates a culture of accountability. When both parties feel empowered to share their feelings, they can work together to resolve misunderstandings and promote mutual growth. Honesty also encourages self-awareness and personal development. When we engage in candid conversations, we allow ourselves to reflect on our own behaviors and motivations. For example, if someone points out a behavior that is detrimental to our relationship, it gives us the opportunity to assess our actions and make necessary adjustments. This process of self-reflection leads to personal growth and helps us become more empathetic individuals. Moreover, honesty can serve as a catalyst for change. In many cases, individuals may not be aware of the impact their actions have on others. By providing constructive feedback in an honest yet respectful manner, we can guide them toward more positive behavior. For instance, a manager who provides direct feedback to an employee about their performance not only helps the individual improve, but also enhances overall team dynamics. It is important to note that honesty should be delivered with compassion. While we may prioritize truthfulness, the manner in which we communicate our thoughts can greatly affect how they are received. Approaching difficult conversations with empathy and respect ensures that the message is not lost in the delivery. For instance, using I statements such as "I feel hurt when you dash rather than accusatory you statements can create a more constructive dialogue. Furthermore, embracing honesty over kindness can empower others to do the same. When we model authenticity in our interactions, we encourage those around us to express their true feelings and opinions without fear of judgment. This creates a ripple effect, leading to healthier relationships built on trust and openness. Lastly, it's essential to recognize that honesty does not mean being harsh or cruel. There is a significant difference between being honest and being hurtful. The goal should always be to promote understanding and growth rather than to inflict pain. By balancing honesty with empathy, we can foster relationships that are both sincere and nurturing. In summary, prioritizing honesty over blind kindness is crucial for building meaningful, lasting connections. It empowers individuals to communicate openly, promotes personal growth, and creates a culture of accountability. By embracing this approach, we can cultivate relationships that are rooted in truth and respect, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. Embracing discomfort is a critical skill that fosters personal growth and strengthens relationships. Often we shy away from challenging conversations or situations because they make us feel uneasy. However, facing these uncomfortable moments head-on can lead to significant breakthroughs, both for ourselves and for those around us. Discomfort often arises in situations where honesty is required. For instance, if a colleague consistently undermines your contributions in meetings, addressing this behavior can create a sense of anxiety. Many people might choose to remain silent to avoid potential conflict. However, avoiding the conversation only prolongs the discomfort and allows the behavior to continue unchecked. By embracing the discomfort of addressing the issue directly, you can open a dialogue that may lead to a more respectful and productive working relationship. Additionally, embracing discomfort can promote self-awareness. When we encounter situations that challenge our comfort zones, we are forced to reflect on our beliefs, values, and reactions. For example, if you feel uncomfortable discussing your feelings with a close friend, it may be an opportunity to explore why you have such reservations. This reflection can uncover deeper insights about your communication style and emotional needs, ultimately leading to personal growth. Furthermore, discomfort can also be a catalyst for change. Many significant achievements and advancements come from stepping outside our comfort zones. In a professional context, taking on a challenging project or pursuing a leadership role may initially evoke feelings of discomfort. However, facing these challenges can lead to the development of new skills, increased confidence, and a greater sense of accomplishment. Moreover, embracing discomfort in relationships can strengthen bonds. When we engage in difficult conversations, such as discussing boundaries or addressing feelings of hurt, we create an opportunity for vulnerability. Vulnerability fosters trust and intimacy, allowing both parties to feel seen and understood. While it may be uncomfortable to share our feelings openly, doing so can deepen connections and create a more supportive environment. It's also important to recognize that discomfort is a natural part of growth. Just as physical exercise can be uncomfortable, as we push our bodies to become stronger, emotional and relational growth often involves discomfort as well. This discomfort serves as a signal that we are pushing beyond our limits and expanding our capacities. Rather than avoiding it, we should learn to sit with our discomfort and explore what it has to teach us. Additionally, developing the ability to embrace discomfort can enhance our resilience. Life is filled with challenges and uncertainties, and our ability to navigate discomfort can significantly impact our mental health and well-being. When we face uncomfortable situations, we learn to manage our emotions and reactions, ultimately building a more robust coping mechanism for future challenges. Finally, embracing discomfort can lead to a greater sense of empowerment. When we confront difficult situations and engage in challenging conversations, we take control of our narratives, We become active participants in our relationships and personal growth rather than passive observers. This sense of agency fosters a more fulfilling and authentic life, where we are free to express ourselves and pursue our goals without fear of discomfort. In summary, embracing discomfort is an essential skill that promotes personal growth, strengthens relationships, and enhances resilience. By leaning into uncomfortable situations, we can foster deeper connections, gain valuable insights, and empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Expectations play a pivotal role in shaping our interactions and relationships. They can significantly influence how we perceive others, how we communicate, and ultimately how we experience fulfillment in our personal and professional lives. Understanding the impact of expectations is crucial for fostering healthier relationships and promoting personal growth. One of the primary issues with expectations is that they can create a framework for disappointment. When we have specific expectations of how someone should behave or how a situation should unfold, we set ourselves up for potential dissatisfaction. For example, if a friend is consistently late and we expect them to arrive on time for an important event, we may feel frustrated and let down when they do not meet our expectations. This can lead to unnecessary tension and conflict in the relationship. Moreover, unrealistic expectations can strain relationships. When we impose our expectations on others without considering their circumstances, we risk undermining their autonomy and individuality. For instance, expecting a colleague to always prioritize work over personal commitments can create resentment. It may cause them to feel unvalued or pressured, ultimately damaging the working relationship. Additionally, expectations can blind us to the realities of the situation. When we focus on how we think things should be, we may overlook the positives in our relationships. For example, if we have a rigid expectation of our partner's behavior, such as always wanting them to express affection in specific ways, we may miss out on their unique ways of showing love. This lack of awareness can lead to misunderstandings and a sense of disconnect. In contrast, adopting a mindset of flexibility can enhance our relationships. By being open to different perspectives and accepting that people may express themselves in various ways, we can cultivate a more inclusive and understanding environment. This shift allows for more authentic interactions, where both parties feel free to express themselves without the fear of not meeting the other's expectations. Additionally, it's essential to communicate our expectations clearly. Many conflicts arise from unspoken assumptions. By discussing our expectations openly, whether with friends, family, or colleagues, we can create mutual understanding and avoid potential misunderstandings. For example, in a workplace setting, discussing project deadlines and individual roles can help align expectations and promote a collaborative atmosphere. Furthermore, managing our expectations can lead to increased resilience. When we approach situations with a sense of openness, rather than rigid expectations, we are better equipped to adapt to unexpected outcomes. This adaptability can reduce stress and disappointment, allowing us to navigate challenges more effectively. For instance, if we approach a new project with curiosity rather than a strict agenda, we can be more receptive to new ideas and innovative solutions. It's also important to recognize that expectations can evolve over time. As relationships grow and change, so too should our expectations. Regularly reassessing what we want and need from our relationships allows us to remain engaged and connected. This process of reflection helps us stay attuned to both our needs and those of the people in our lives. Finally, managing expectations can lead to greater satisfaction in our relationships. When we let go of rigid expectations and embrace a more flexible approach, we open ourselves to the possibilities that come from authentic interactions. This shift allows for deeper connections and a greater appreciation for the unique qualities that each person brings to the relationship. In summary, understanding the impact of expectations is vital for fostering healthier relationships and promoting personal growth. By recognizing the potential pitfalls of rigid expectations, communicating openly, and remaining adaptable, we can create a more fulfilling and enriching experience in our interactions with others. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is essential for fostering positive relationships and ensuring personal well-being. Boundaries serve as guidelines that help us define what is acceptable behavior in our interactions with others, enabling us to protect our physical, emotional, and mental space. Understanding the power of boundaries empowers individuals to cultivate healthier relationships and maintain their own well-being. One of the primary benefits of setting boundaries is that they promote self-respect. When we clearly communicate our limits, we affirm our right to prioritize our needs and well-being. For instance, if someone frequently interrupts you during conversations and you express that you need uninterrupted time to share your thoughts, you are asserting your right to be heard. This act of setting a boundary not only enhances your self-esteem but also signals to others that you value yourself and your time. Moreover, boundaries help prevent burnout and stress. In both personal and professional contexts, it can be tempting to take on more than we can handle to please others or avoid conflict. However, failing to set limits can lead to emotional exhaustion and a sense of overwhelm. For example, if you're frequently asked to work overtime without regard for your personal time, establishing a boundary around your availability allows you to protect your work-life balance and maintain your mental health. Additionally, boundaries foster healthier communication. When we establish clear guidelines about how we wish to be treated, we create an environment where open dialogue can thrive. For instance, if you communicate that you prefer direct feedback rather than vague suggestions, it allows others to engage with you in a manner that aligns with your needs. This clarity enhances mutual understanding and reduces the likelihood of misunderstandings. Setting boundaries also promotes accountability in relationships. When we articulate our limits, we encourage others to take responsibility for their actions. For example, if a friend consistently borrows money without returning it, and you set a boundary that you can no longer lend money, you're prompting them to evaluate their behavior and the impact it has on your relationship. This accountability fosters growth and encourages individuals to be more mindful of how their actions affect others. Furthermore, boundaries can protect our emotional health. In situations where we may encounter negativity or toxicity, setting boundaries can help shield us from emotional harm. For instance, if a family member consistently engages in critical or judgmental behavior, expressing that you need to limit your interactions with them can protect your mental well-being. This allows you to create a more positive environment for yourself, free from undue stress. It's important to note that boundaries can be flexible and evolve over time. As relationships grow, our needs and comfort levels may change, necessitating a reevaluation of existing boundaries. Regularly assessing what feels acceptable in our interactions can help us maintain balance and ensure that our relationships remain healthy. For example, as friendships deepen, you may choose to expand your boundaries regarding personal sharing, allowing for more intimacy while still protecting your emotional safety. Moreover, teaching others about our boundaries empowers them to engage with us more effectively. When we articulate our limits, we provide valuable information that helps others understand how to interact with us in a way that fosters positive relationships. This proactive communication enhances mutual respect and reduces the likelihood of future conflicts. Lastly, establishing boundaries encourages us to respect the boundaries of others. When we model healthy boundary setting, we create a culture of respect and understanding. This not only enhances our relationships but also contributes to a more empathetic society where individuals feel empowered to assert their needs without fear of judgment or retribution. In summary, the power of boundaries lies in their ability to promote self-respect, prevent burnout, enhance communication, and foster accountability in relationships. By establishing and maintaining clear boundaries, individuals can create a healthier environment for themselves and others, leading to more fulfilling and respectful interactions. Authenticity is a cornerstone of meaningful relationships and personal fulfillment. Being authentic means being true to oneself, expressing genuine thoughts and feelings, and aligning actions with one's values. The value of authenticity is multifaceted, impacting not only individual well-being but also the quality of interactions with others. One of the primary benefits of authenticity is that it fosters deeper connections. When individuals present their true selves, they invite others to do the same. This openness creates a safe environment for honest communication and vulnerability. For example, in a workplace setting, when a leader shares their own challenges and triumphs, it encourages team members to share their experiences as well. This mutual sharing can strengthen relationships and promote a culture of trust and collaboration. Moreover, authenticity contributes to personal well-being. When individuals conform to societal expectations or try to be someone they are not, it can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and dissatisfaction. By embracing authenticity, individuals align their actions with their true selves, leading to a greater sense of fulfillment and happiness. For instance, pursuing a career that resonates with one's passions and values, rather than simply following a conventional path, can result in a more satisfying and meaningful professional life. In addition to personal fulfillment, authenticity enhances mental health. When individuals feel pressured to wear a mask or hide their true selves, it can create internal conflict and emotional turmoil. This dissonance can manifest as stress, depression, or anxiety. Conversely, living authentically allows individuals to express their true emotions and thoughts, leading to greater emotional resilience and overall mental health. For example, someone who openly discusses their struggles with mental health can find support from others facing similar challenges, fostering a sense of community and understanding. Furthermore, authenticity cultivates self-awareness. When individuals reflect on their values, beliefs, and desires, they gain clarity about who they are and what they stand for. This self-awareness is essential for personal growth and development. For instance, engaging in practices such as journaling or meditation can help individuals explore their thoughts and feelings, leading to a deeper understanding of their authentic selves. This journey of self-discovery not only enhances individual identity but also informs decision-making and life choices. Authenticity also plays a critical role in effective leadership. Leaders who embody authenticity inspire trust and loyalty among their team members. By being transparent about their goals, challenges, and values, authentic leaders create an environment where employees feel valued and engaged. For example, a leader who admits to their mistakes and shares lessons learned fosters a culture of growth and continuous improvement within the organization. Moreover, authenticity encourages creativity and innovation. When individuals feel free to express their ideas without fear of judgment, they are more likely to think outside the box and contribute unique perspectives. This creative freedom can lead to breakthroughs and new solutions to problems. For instance, in brainstorming sessions where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, the diversity of ideas can lead to innovative strategies and successful projects. Another important aspect of authenticity is that it fosters resilience. Individuals who embrace their authentic selves are often more equipped to handle adversity. When faced with challenges, their self-acceptance allows them to bounce back more easily as they remain grounded in their values and beliefs. For example, someone who experiences setbacks in their career but stays true to their passions is likely to pursue alternative paths with confidence, knowing that their worth is not defined by external validation. Lastly, authenticity promotes a culture of acceptance and inclusivity. When individuals model authentic behavior, it encourages others to embrace their true selves as well. This collective authenticity fosters an environment where diversity is celebrated and individuals feel safe expressing their identities. In communities where authenticity is valued, individuals from different backgrounds can come together, share their experiences, and build connections based on mutual respect and understanding. In summary, the value of authenticity extends beyond individual fulfillment. It enhances relationships, promotes mental health, fosters self-awareness, and cultivates resilience. By embracing authenticity, individuals create a more meaningful and enriching life, paving the way for deeper connections and a more inclusive society. In a world where the pressures of conformity often overshadow our individuality, The insights shared throughout this speech underscore the critical importance of embracing authenticity, establishing boundaries, and understanding the complexities of expectations in our relationships. By recognizing that being kind does not always mean sacrificing our well-being or integrity, we empower ourselves to engage more meaningfully with others. We've explored how the impact of expectations can shape our interactions and how managing those expectations leads to healthier connections. Similarly, the power of boundaries allows us to define our limits, ensuring we protect our mental and emotional health while fostering mutual respect. Ultimately, authenticity emerges as a guiding principle that enriches our lives and relationships. When we allow our true selves to shine through, we invite deeper connections, inspire trust, and create an environment that celebrates diversity and inclusion. Embracing these principles leads to not only personal fulfillment, but also a profound sense of community and understanding. By committing to these practices, we cultivate a life that is not only more satisfying, but also more aligned with our values. As we move forward, let us strive to be authentic, set healthy boundaries, and manage our expectations, transforming our relationships and our lives for the better.